Hello, welcome to Etnosvět restaurant. My name is Clayton Powell. I'm the executive chef at the restaurant. Today I'm going to be preparing for you our chocolate fondant that we've served on the menu. So, along with the chocolate fondant, we'll be serving it with toasted hazelnuts, chocolate ganache, and burnt white chocolate. So, to start with the burnt white chocolate, place the burnt white chocolate into a bowl over a pan of boiling water or simmering water. Try not to let the water touch the bowl. And you want to melt it there, put it there until it's completely melted. Then you want to take this melted chocolate, place it onto a tray lined with grease paper and bake it for approximately 12 to 14 minutes at 90 degrees Celsius. Allow it to cool and you'll find that it becomes like a biscuit. For the chocolate ganache, basically you want to start with around 100 grams of dark bitter chocolate, around 70% cocoa. You need about 40 grams of butter and about 40 grams of cream. Place all items into a bowl and again place into a pan of simmering water and cook until it's completely melted and dissolved. All the ingredients for the chocolate fondant. You need around 120 grams of bitter chocolate, 85 grams of butter, 85 grams of sugar, approximately 3 eggs, and approximately 40 grams of flour. So basically what you want to do is combine the chocolate and the butter into the same pan and place over a pan of simmering water. You want to combine the sugar and the eggs and place them into a home kitchen whisk machine and whisk until light and fluffy. It will probably take around 4 minutes for it to be nice and white and fluffy. Ensure that the mixture is thick enough that it can stick to the spoon. So, for the combining part, you need to find yourself a nice sized bowl, yeah, and a rubber spatula. You want to take the melted chocolate and butter, place them into the bowl first, and then start to take the egg and sugar. Don't add all of it immediately straight away. Add about a third and fold it together. When you've added that third and it's generally combined, you can add more. It's best to add it in parts because this way you keep some of the air. If you add all of the egg mixture at the same time and you try to stir it, a lot of the air will come out and you won't get the fondant to rise. So at this stage, it's quite thick, nice color. Should slowly run off the spoon or off the spatula. So next you want to take your flour, and again in parts, nicely sieve your flour. Ensure that you sieve the flour to ensure that it's nice and smooth without lumps. It's always better to do things like this in stages than to do it all at the same time. You get a better product at the end. So now you can see that with the flour, it's starting to get a lot thicker. So there's the final mixture. Again, nice and thick, has a nice shine to it. And it's completely smooth. Next you want to take a little bit of butter, soft butter, and wipe the inside of your container. The smaller the receptacle, the better fondant that you will get. If you try to make it too big, it will collapse in the center. So keep them as small as possible and just wipe the inside with butter. And you just take your spoon, without touching the sides, just let the fondant fall to the center. You want to keep it approximately half a centimeter above or below the container that you're serving it with to give it space to rise. This fondant mixture needs to be refrigerated for at least 3 hours before it can be used. This one I prepared earlier. We actually keep them in the freezer because we make them in quantity. If cooking direct from the freezer in this size receptacle, you should cook it for approximately 8 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. If cooking after only being refrigerated for 3 hours, you need to also cook it at 180 degrees Celsius, but for 7 minutes. In both occasions, allow it to sit for 1 minute before trying to take it out of the receptacle. I'll present the plate how we serve in the restaurant. So as I demonstrated before with the chocolate ganache, which is basically just the chocolate, the butter and the cream that has been placed in a bain-marie. Start with 1 spoon of the chocolate. We take the fondant with a spoon or a knife around the edge. We turn it out. So it sits nicely. Take the burnt white chocolate, crumble it, toasted hazelnuts. You can use any types of berries. We're using the red currants normally on our plates. Main reason is the fact that they're available throughout the whole year. Then we serve it with a nice scoop of pistachio ice cream. And finally, we decorate it with a little bit of red shiso herb. Enjoy.